Okay, you should have a pretty good idea. You're supposed to read the strategy last night. So can anyone tell me how it's beneficial? You go to the next one.
Beneficial to EOL?
Yeah.
They get to work in groups and get support from the partner, and we read tough like text.
Exactly.
Perfect. Perfect answer. Did everyone hear that? I hear some chatter and confusion. Okay.
Cheyenne, can you read the top part for me?
When using the Read-Pair-Share strategy, partners read silently, stopping after each paragraph is read to answer questions together.
Does that make sense to everyone? You read, stop, then share. So it's pretty self-explanatory, as the strategy name is. Sam, can you read the second paragraph?
Sorry.
Oh,
Research says that this is a strong reinforcing activity for English learners, giving them the opportunity to read and reread tough text while receiving encouragement and support from their partner.
Exactly. So, like Diana said, they get support from a stronger reader when they're reading a tough part of the text. So these are our content and language objectives. Jessie, can you read the, I'm picking everybody with a mouthful. Ricky, can you read the top part?
Teachers will be able to understand how to use Read-Pair-Share strategies in their classroom.
Perfect. Nicole, can you read the second one?
Students will be able to use Read-Pair-Share to comprehend.
Did everyone hear that? Tina, can you read the third one?
Students will be able to answer questions using evidence from the text.
And the last one, Serena.
Students will be able to reword questions to apply to the text.
Perfect.
These will all make much more sense in a minute.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is I'm kind of going to model this activity, but with the help of you guys. So the first step is to read. So this is the paragraph that we'll be reading, and the strategy asks that you read it silently to yourself. So I'd like all of you to do that, and then if you could just put your hands on your head when you're done, and that'll show me that we're ready to move on to step 2.
That's okay.
Okay, so after you read a paragraph, it's broken up by paragraph. So after you read one paragraph silently, then with your partner, you would take turns answering questions. It'll be the same questions for each paragraph, and that is kind of what our worksheet looks like. We're going to go through and answer the questions regarding the last paragraph that we just read. But it's really important that when you work with your partner that you're taking turns so that everyone is having a chance to think back to the text and answer the questions for themselves. And then some of the questions may not really apply to the text. So if that is the case, what we ask you to do is to look at the bolded and capital word. Keep that the same, but reword the question to make it fit the story. And we'll model that as well. So I'm gonna put these up here. We have the questions written on the board, so.
Okay, you want to put that up?
Oh, I put it down.
Can everybody still read the board and see the words? Yeah.
Kind of see it, just if you need to look back, that's the paragraph there. So, our first question is, who are the people mentioned in the paragraph?
2 men.
2 men. And the second question, what are the people doing in this paragraph?
Walking on the board.
And then next we have, when does the activity take place? Do we know that?
No.
So in the book it talks about how you don't really want to make assumptions. So if it doesn't say where or when it takes place, or if one of the questions isn't supported in the text, you should change it. So does anyone have an idea of what we could change it to?
I how we could reword the question to make it apply to the paragraph?
When did the animals get loud?
When did the animals get
Or
loud?
make sounds? Or get quiet?
When did the animals get quiet? Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Another one I thought of is when do you think the activity takes place? Because you can, I was thinking that you can kind of assume that maybe it's during the day. 'Cause I don't know very many men that walk around in the rainforest at night, but, so yeah, just those are both examples of how you would reword the question to make it fit the text.
Because on your worksheet, in parentheses, it says year or time. So it's kind of taking place, like asking you like when as in the time, not necessarily anything else. So just to clarify.
And the next question is, where are the people in the paragraph?
Forest.
Rainforest.
Where are the people in there?
Yeah, we just know that. It's the rainforest. And then the last one's kind of tricky. This is the one I think you're going to have to reword the most. How does the action take place? So I don't really think that you can answer that question based on just this paragraph. So a way I thought we could change it is maybe how does the behavior of the animals change when the men walk into the forest? Does anyone have any other suggestions on how you could reword that? No? Okay. Sounds good to you? Okay. So how does their behavior change?
They became quiet. Do they get quiet?
Perfect. Okay.
So once it's your turn to practice the Read-Pair-Share strategy, you'll be given a worksheet like this, and so it looks similar to what we showed you up on the PowerPoint. And the first page has pictures that should help you understand the bold words, and then after that, they don't. So it's the same questions, but there's no pictures. So just remember to refer back to this first page if you need a reminder of what the words are. Okay, so is everybody good with step 2? Do we understand step 2? Is one person answering all the questions? No. How is that working, Sam?
We're in pairs.
Taking turns. Good
Thank
job.
you. Great. Okay, and then step 3. So step 3 is the share part, and this just means with your partner, you should be able to, from all the questions you answered, summarize what you've read, and we are going to have you, actually, you and your partner will get with another group and share the summary of the story you read. So, now it's your turn. So I kind of went over each step, but I will just briefly go over them again. The first step is to read a paragraph, one paragraph at a time, silently. And then you'll stop, pair up, well, you'll already be sitting with your partner, but so you'll work with your partner to answer the questions. And we need to be making sure to take turns, support your partner, and reword questions as needed. Sometimes also, this wasn't the case with ours, but sometimes the question may just not be able to be answered. And so if that's the case, just skip it and move on. But most of them you should be able to answer. And then last, once you finish, you will share with the other pair at your table.
So Ariel, what's step 1?
Read the paragraph.
Read the paragraph. And so we have books for you guys. We know you guys are all college students, so some of the books might not be in paragraph format, but just use your best judgment as to what you think a paragraph would be. What's step 2, Carly?
Pair up and share by answering those questions.
Does one person answer all the questions? Okay, great. And what's our last step, Jesse?
You share your summary with another group on the table.
All right. Okay, so we'll have books passed out, and AJ, can you pass one to each person? And okay, guys, we are going to stop reading our books. That's okay if you didn't finish. You kind of get the idea of the strategy. So now I want you and your partner to share with the other group at your table just like a little short summary about what you read. And you guys can move to another table to share.
Okay, how did you guys feel about the activity? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs anywhere? Oh, okay. Well, we thought a great way to use this in your classroom, we didn't have a text set, but we were thinking that this would be a great strategy to use if the whole class was reading like a novel maybe. And this could be like one day's activity is, you know, pairing groups up, pairing an ELL with a stronger student. So, in conclusion, we think Read-Pair-Share is an excellent strategy for all students, not just ELLs, because it allows them to dissect a piece of writing and pull out the main ideas, which helps in summarizing and reading comprehension. Yeah.